What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the blue color. Playing as Isis. His name's Kvoth. His opponent today in the red color with some injured Kronos oracles, but with an elephant right next to his town center. His name is Ragnorox. Exciting times. The map is competitive mega random. We have a comment from DOD Sigma RLM 6.3. For those of you not knowing what RLM 6.3 is, it's a map called Random Land Map, and it spawns a lot of different. It is actually similar in some ways to competitive mega random, though it's not balanced. It spawns a ridiculous amount of hunt every single time, and that's how it goes. But competitive mega random here gives you an elephant, and then starts giving you berry bushes. So happy days. There's probably going to be another spawn of hunt somewhere on this map. We do see that Kvoth is opting into not empowering his granary. I think this is something you have to do. It's an absolute must for Isis on this map. Isis probably one of the worst gods in the roster on this sort of a map, just because her scouting is really quite bad. Same with Thor. But one way around that is you generally get some herdables, and you can use those to scout. If we take a look at the map over here, if that works, there we go. There is a rhino on that position, and there's not a lot of hunt here at all. This is a very, very low hunt map. It's still more than low hunt Oasis is, though. So that's a thing. And there's plenty of berries up here for either player to go and grab. And some berries over here as well in the main base. But a very low hunt map. And I'm excited to see how this one's going to work. Generally speaking, the lower the hunt, Isis is actually going to have more of a fun time, because what it means is their opponent aren't going to be able to be as aggressive, not going to be able to hit as many timings to cause problems. Whereas the Isis player, so long as you got a decent build, a decent start, you can actually hit yourself that one town center timing attack at any point, and very, very strong. As Tutankhamun, that's not King Tutankhamun. It's someone else wandering around, leaving the Anvil of Isis set. This one is huge. Playing as Isis and already having access to 10% reduction in technologies, and then getting an extra 10% on top, making yourself having 20% reduction in your armory, that's huge. That's really, really big. As the villagers coming over here, going to start putting that granary up, going to be eating the rhinoceros, living the dream. We do see a monument to the villagers coming up here for Kvoth as well. As the game motors ahead, Kvoth looks like he's going to be taking his time going to the classical age, whereas Ragnorox wants to go there straight away. And we'll see how it's going to go. Still no, wait, the relic's over here. Thundercloud sure hit. This one's great. It's a great relic here, playing around those Isis chariot archers and slingers and things like that in a big way. Kvoth's got another option here, which is generally, it's less explored. It's not awful, but less explored. Is he could go for Anubis here with a second town center into farms with prosperity. Could be a way to play. One of the big advantages, though, of playing Isis against Kronos over, say, Ra, Set's actually pretty good in this matchup as well, because he doesn't need to rely on a Migdol stronghold. But the monument to the villagers or monument to the soldiers protects your Migdol from that deconstruction, which is a big assistance in this matchup. So no easy wins from the Kronos side of things here. But we'll see how the game's going to go, as Prometheus is on the way and Kvoth just about to click up. Generally speaking, the later the advance, the more likely you're going to see a fast heroic. However, going through Anubis, probably not going to see that one just yet. We do have the oracles in the center of the map. Prometheus is looking like it's coming through for that perfect 4:30 advance time here from Ragnorox. Ragnorox has found his rhino over here, finishes that one up, and he's going to start moving to another position here. He does have some hyena over here, so he can eat those as well. That's a nice find. And he's got the berry bushes he can go and make his way over to as well. As this watchtower or sentry tower here, not getting the walls up. A little bit unfortunate there for Kvoth, as his villager getting pushed back, but he does drag those oracles into this position. This tower doesn't matter all too much, in all honesty, but he should be getting the walls up on here and over here as a Promethean searching around, trying to find the villages of Kvoth. And this is the problem with ISIS, and it's always the problem with ISIS, is that you just get in so much pain so early on, but the Promethean has not spotted these villages just yet. The Pharaoh coming back does spot the Promethean, and now both players will kind of know what's going on over there. As the Anubites starting to come through, a barracks coming up as well for Kvoth. Absolutely wild. There is a world where you go Anubite, Slinger, and that works really, really well from what I've heard. I've actually tried it, but it could be a really good way to play this matchup to some degree, as the Anubite raids can be brutal to deal with. There's Kvoth swinging up here, looking for something to attack. Hands of the Pharaoh husbandry coming through for Kvoth as well, as he's wanting to grab those pigs and get as much food out of them as possible. But does he have pickaxe yet? Still no pickaxe. I think this is a big mistake. Pickaxe is so important for him to get those farms down. But the Anubites now coming in. They're going to be looking for something to attack. There is going to be a Valor available in about 4 seconds here, I think. And the Anubites going to be pulling it back. And there's that Valor we were talking about. The Terma Miller heroes looking around for what they need to take out. We do see the priest making a way over onto this position here as well. He should grab this relic. He definitely should. Feet of the Jackal coming through to help out his Anubites. Still no slingers coming through, but the farms, they will need to come up fairly soon. Where are these villagers going? He might try and sneak this gold mine over here, or this gold mine down the bottom, or maybe even get this town center here. What are the options here? He's deleted himself the house, opening this position up as the town center is coming up over here. But with the Oracle in position here, this is so frustrating. As an Egyptian player, this is so frustrating. You don't realize that this Oracle here sees this town center going up. So you're like, there's no way he's just going to know. He can't just know. But luckily here, Kvoth, he's going to get this one up. No problems, because the Pharaoh's there to empower it. It's going to go up fast enough. But no reaction here from Ragnorox just yet. So he's trying to get his own town center. He will have to get farms down soon. He does have himself the berries over on this position, as well as a nice gold mine over here, as the Guardian Anubites just continuing to run around. Unfortunately for the... whoop! I like that decision there to just jump onto the medium terma. But the mana time shifting to block those Guardian Anubites, very smart. Does manage to find the Guardian Anubites there. One thing you can do with Kronos that's actually a really nice way to deal with the Guardian Anubites is you get yourself a Promethean offspring plus the Terma hero, because both the Terma hero and the Anubites move together, and you just kind of shank with the Promethean offsprings. And you can actually snipe the Anubites with the hero Terma. It's a bit hard, yes, but if the Anubites get with the combination of some what is it called, time shift shenanigans, you can actually get a lot of damage done. But walls coming up now. Kvoth is looking like he's opting into playing the long game here. And it's low hunt, and there's only one gap here. But there is a town center on the front. So if Kvoth can grab this, this is going to be a tough position for Ragnorox to be in, because the spammage of the mercenary is going to be unrelenting, especially with a really nice market over on this position here. As the Guardian Anubites still being painful here. And the recharge time on these Guardian Anubites is just such a silly. It's so silly. They should be nerfed to some degree. 5 seconds is their recharge time. 5 seconds. That's what Bellerophon used to be. It is ridiculous. Bellerophon does 100 hack damage, and these Jumpies only do 15. But it's still... Look at that. One bang in a turn and then getting out of there. That's wild. As he pulls back. And it looks like Kvoth attempting to get to that next stage. He's got a lot of villagers on farms. Not the best farm placement in the world, but he could take some more villagers off of these farms. He's got a lot of gold in the bank. Another option that's not awful is to just start spamming priests here, especially when your opponent is in the classical age. You can do a lot. You can do a lot of damage. If your opponent's still in the classical age with priests, even if they're 100 gold instead of 70 gold, if you make like 15 to 20 of them and you go, that's totally fine. To try and secure this town center as well. This would have been impeccable farm placement in 2008. True. I didn't notice this. He's just going for Obelisk on this position to keep himself the line of sight. This would get picked off really fast if Ragnorox wanted to, but alas. You see the Guardian Anubites still coming out here. The army of Ragnorox now 3 town centers, 100 population, trying to push through. There's the Anubite gets caught out here and will get sniped down. Nice play where that's concerned. But the slingers and the priests too strong here. Ragnorox needs to think about maybe just going heroic age here. Idea being straight into Kontarius. Kontarius heroes to take out the Anubites. Kontarius to take out the slingers and everything. And the priests that are getting built as well. Would be a great idea. So you do see the counter barracks is starting to move forward. I wouldn't mind seeing some shifty shenanigans onto this town center, onto this gold mine, potentially over here onto this gold mine as well. Wouldn't go astray, as the Anubites still causing problems here. Send the Terma back and just sit in your base or something. It's got to be the right way to go about it. As these citizens very much out of position. They're going to actually maybe lose one there as the Anubites do so much damage there. Does manage to get away for the time being as Watchtower's coming through. At least going to get a little bit of damage done. As he does retreat out, no problems. Tower going to be going down in the main base. Not putting any wall segments around this. A little bit of a mistake here from Kvoth as his base is now being opened up quite significantly. But Nephthys is on the way now for Kvoth. And Ragnorox a little bit slow on it. Does he have an armory up? He's putting a house down for some reason. There's the armory coming up. Nice snipe on that hero Terma there as well. As Rhea on the way. He's going to be able to steal some Scorpion Man or a Siege Tower or something like that as well. As the hero citizen starting to move forward. I like that. You can always send a hero citizen forward. It's always good. These units are so far out of position. But the Promethean, they're just not it in this army. I feel like this is almost a waste of favor to some degree. But he will be trying to push through, losing a lot of units for this army movement here. As the Anubites are still going to town. No mana on this position. As Hero Mamilo will come through. Will get a little bit of damage done. Can he get onto the low HP Anubite? No, not just yet. As that one's going to get pulled back. And I'm sure the villagers will start moving forward to try and grab this town center. Kvoth might even go straight to the Mythic age if he so chooses here. No market in the top corner, but a market coming up over here. And the Oracle still alive on that position, but we'll be able to scout that one out. As the town center going to come down as well. And there's the Rhea with the forward Behemoth coming in onto this position. And I do think that if Ragnorox could just get into like mass Kontarius here, he's going to be able to win this army. And I imagine we'll see some sort of an Osiris coming through here from Kvoth, which means he's going to have to deal with that son of Osiris somehow. Mass Kontarius is a great way to play, especially against this army here. This military academy coming up. Anubites still causing a lot of problems over here as we do see a cheeky trader tries to pull the Scorpion Man back. Does manage to keep that one alive for himself here as the Anubite almost down. Not quite down. A little shanky shanks. What is this Ancestors useless? There's only 4 citizen here. Just garrison. No worries. But does get 1 citizen kill. And the minions, they don't do really any damage here either. Do they have minus 50%? They do. Minus 50% versus heroes. As a forward monument to the priest is coming up. I like this. Controlling this center beautifully. He's got himself the 3 town centers. The villager will move up, put a marker in the top corner of the map there. Market is up. Osiris is already 67% of the way through. And Ragnorox hasn't even started with dealing with this just yet. As we do see the Citizen going to pop out. Wouldn't mind seeing him repair this a little bit, but the hero Mamilo will come through, snipe the remaining of those minions. And Kvoth's heroic gauge god power is gone now. Really didn't do all too much. Helios is on the way though. And he does, with this, sneak the Oracle back here, ensure that he stays alive. Too late. Too little, too late. Now, how does Ragnorox ever get line of sight onto the other side of the map if this gets walled in? How does he ever? Answer, very difficultly. With much difficulty. There's the Son of Osiris coming through. Let's start helping out. We do have the hero Mamilo coming in. Going to do a lot of damage here. Serpent's getting some damage done as well. We do see the medium Contarius coming through and get taken out. And this army of Kvoth is just so strong. Forward siege works up as well. Can start making catapults onto this position. How does he approach this army? I mean, I've said it, the Mass Contarius would work, but he needs to get up to full population in Contarius, which is much, much easier said than done. Plus upgrades wouldn't go astray. As the Mamilo come through, they do manage to find that War Elephant. Retreating with the War Elephant never really goes so well. Just leave him there and do damage. He does a decent amount of damage. There's the Mythic Age through as a Heca Gigantes will come in and help out. Still no fortified town centers that's coming in though. As the teleportation move number 1 is in. Going to be hitting that back town center. Can he take this one down? He's already lost this one though. And does look like Ragnorox there decides to tap out. Another fun one. GG, well played by Kvoth. Solid play. And Ragnorox couldn't find the victory here. I do actually tend to agree with Kvoth. I think that if Ragnorox went for more of a... If he noticed the slingers were coming out and just stopped building Mamilo and just went to the heroic age and started making Contarius, you can just run in and kill the Isis. Because he just can't survive against it. Or she can't survive against it in that position. You just gotta... You gotta get to the heroic age earlier and get those Contarius out to break through the classical army. Anyways. Enjoyable games here. If you guys enjoyed it, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button as well. And I'll see you guys in the next game.